now I would like to invite Sudireddy Srinivas Reddy from Telangana.
India is a home of civilization of the world. Indus Valley civilization is on the Indian soil. India is a home of democracy. From hundreds of years ago, Lichavis practiced the representative democracy in India. And my name is Srinivas Reddy. I am the proudest citizen of the greatest country, representing the Indian state Telangana. And patriotism is the selfless service of a person to his own country. Gautam Buddha said, be on lamp unto yourself, because you are going to work out your own liberation. At the same time, today's topic, patriotism and nation building, Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas. This means that we must build our country in a manner every section of the society gets its own share. Every section must be developed. For that, we need to have a perfect plan. We need to understand the practical conditions, and we have to find the effective solutions for that. Different problems need different solutions. One size fits all policy will not work out to India, because we have diversity. There is a unity, but there is also a diversity. And coming, first of all, when the constitution is made, when it is approved and came into force, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar said that today we made a machine. If good people come and occupy this machine, they will develop the country. If bad people come and occupy this machine, no one can save this country. And whose duty is to send the good people to the constitutional machinery? It is our responsibility. Voting is the biggest right given to an Indian citizen, because it is the only power which can save our country, which can change the future of our country. And before speaking about the voting, I should say one thing, because voting is a constitutional right, and it's also a true patriotism. And yesterday when I received information from NYK that I should be reported to Delhi on 23rd, in my state, in Telangana, we have municipal body elections on the same day. It is a polling day. Before I am coming here and taking a lecture of 10 minutes about patriotism, first I should exercise my own right of voting. If I have to vote, my train will be missed, because I have train at 6:50 a.m. and my polling starts at 7. And my home is from 150 kilometers from the railway station, because the train starts in Secunderabad. I am belong to Nalgonda. So what I did, I have voted, and this is my vote mark. I took a flight to come to Delhi instead of train. Of course, it cost me 1,000 more rupees, but patriotism is more important, because I cannot sacrifice my right of voting just for a competition. And at the same time, it is my responsibility to come here, because I am the voice of the 4 crores Telangana people. And in 2014, Telangana Legislative Assembly elections and also Lok Sabha elections. And I have a habit of checking the voting percentages. Hyderabad, the capital of Telangana, the most literate place, most developed in Telangana, the voting percentage is just 40%. I thought, what happened to the urban population? And I waited for another 4.5 years, because our legislative assembly got dissolved 6 months before. So we got our elections in 2019. Then I checked again, it is 38. I was disappointed. I waited for 6 months again, Lok Sabha elections in 2019. Then the percentage is 40. I think only Hyderabad people are not interested to vote. And in 2019 Haryana Legislative Assembly elections, I checked the percentage of Gurugram, it is 40. What happened to the urban citizens? Why they are not coming to the polling booths? And they speak about the country development, accountability and everything in Twitter, but they don't come to the polling booth. This is not fair, because patriotism is coming to the polling booth. And at the same time, to build a strong nation, we need an accountable and responsible government. Whose responsibility is to keep the government accountable? It is our duty. Because my patriotism says that Judicious Use of Right to Information Act. By Right to Information Act, we can get any information from the government. At the same time, there are citizen charters in every government office. As a citizen, we can demand the duties basis on the citizen charters. At the same time, Press Information Bureau, which works under the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, releases all the press releases which are released by the concerned ministries. We have to take that information, and we should send the information, we should share the information to the people who are illiterate, who do not have access to those information. Because it brings more and more people into the government programs. It increases the participation, ultimately increases the accountability and responsibility of the government. When more and more people are questioning, government will work responsibly. The corruption will also decrease. We have e-governance, which decreases the face-to-face interaction between the government and the people. Because by e-governance, we can also decrease the corruption also. At the same time, to build a strong nation, we need to develop the economy also. In India, there are many economic inequalities. Our development must not create an island of prosperity and an ocean of poverty. Because at the same time, we have regional imbalances, lack of infrastructure, lack of skills. In matter of regional imbalances, we can have a better connectivity, we can increase the connectivity, national highway network must be increased, all the projects that are dedicated freight corridor must be finished in next 2 years, so that we can increase the connectivity. We also have what we call waterways. We have 14,000 kilometers of internal waterways. I mean, Indian rivers we can use for navigation also. 14,000 kilometers. And at the same time, this is all about the economic front and infrastructure creation and also skill development. Our education system is not up to the mark. When the world university list comes, rankings list comes, most of our premier institutions are not finding in its place in the top 100 also, except IISc in Bangalore. And coming to the society, following traffic rules is also a patriotism. Because every day, according to National Highway Authority of India statistics, every hour 53 crashes and 17 deaths are reported. Let the young blood of the Indians flow in the veins and arteries of the Indian democracy, but not on the Indian roads. That is needed because we need to follow the traffic rules. That is also a part of my patriotism. My patriotism says follow the traffic rules. And at the same time, coming to the farmers. Farmers are the backbone and the pillar of the country. We must connect all the rivers of the country so that har khet ko pani milega. When we get water to every part of the country, more and more crops are grown because our economy is an agrarian-based economy. When there is a good monsoon, the economy will be good. When there is a bad monsoon, the economy affects. So we should also connect all the rivers. Wherever there is a possibility, we should connect every river as possible so that we can give more water to the farmers. At the same time, innovation is also very important. Research is also very important. Our youth must do research in the laboratory and also beyond the laboratory. Cost-effective agriculture, consumer to farm to consumer chain, these all must be improved. At the same time, we need to find the technological solutions. For environment, locust invasion happened in Gujarat, which destroyed a lot of acres of crops. We need to find technological solutions for such invasions, and also stubble burning in Punjab and Haryana, which is affecting the Delhi pollution. It is also maintaining the groundwater level, because I come from a district, Nalgonda, which is highest polluted groundwater. I come from so maintaining how to clean the groundwater is also needed. Technological solutions must be found for that also. At the same time, rights and duties go hand in hand. If you want rights, you should also perform your duties. If a citizen is doing good, getting his immunization done at right time, he is doing his duty. If a citizen is paying tax at time, he is doing his duty. If a citizen is following the traffic rules, he is also doing his duty. And also if a citizen respects every woman as his sister, he is doing his duty. Mahatma Gandhi said that every Indian must save his own culture. Because it's not in our fundamental duties also it's there to preserve our culture. Following others' culture and leaving our culture is just like living in others' home just like a slave. Gandhiji said that. We should preserve our culture and at the same time primary education must be done in mother tongue only. Because mother tongue is an eyesight, other language is just like a spectacle. We may use the spectacle to improve the sight, but we must not lose our eyes. This is the main thing. At the same time, we can build a strong nation when we have a better disaster management plans. 85% of the Indian territory is prone to disasters, whatever the disaster may be. Floods, cyclones, tsunami, earthquakes, landslides, etc. We need a world-class disaster management techniques to save the valuable lives and also at the same time to mitigate the economic losses. We can do simple things. As a youth of this country, we can do simple things. Growing trees will prevent the landslides. Saving the mangroves will save the coastline. Because most of the, when the tsunami comes, mangroves will save a bit, at least a bit. Proper dam management techniques will decrease the intensity of floods. At the same time, our neighbors are doing many things. International friends. China is making agreements with Pakistan. China is making agreements with Bhutan. With making agreements with Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and Myanmar and every country which is around India. In this, I like to recall the words of our former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee. एक नहीं दो नहीं करो बीसों समझौते पर स्वतंत्र भारत का मस्तक नहीं झुकेगा. And if we the citizens, because not gold and diamond make the country rich, it is the worth of the citizens make the country rich and great. So our country is a great country in the past, and now we are saying India is developing. So let's join our hands. Let's make the nation great again. Let the people come to India, but not to go to US. Because in the olden days, many people comes to India for their patronage. Now we are going to other countries. Let make the nation great again. Let get the people back to our country in search of employment, but not we going to other countries for the sake of employment. Thank you. Jai Hind. Satyameva Jayate.